I was lucky to be good at sports. I found sports very easy. Football being the one that I really loved. I had a lot of running, a lot of other sports, but football was the main love. And I'll never forget, Jock met my mum and dad a couple of days before I was due to start at Leicester. And Jock was the nicest gentleman you could ever meet. You know, Mr. and Mrs. Warburton, anything you need, you come to Jock. Mark, anything you need, son, you call me Jock. I'm there for you. Nicest man on the planet, Ian. And then the first day at Filbert Street, I think the apprentices as we were then, the young scholars as they are now, we had to meet, I think, at a certain time, slightly earlier than normal to get a kit and whatever else. And I saw the manager in the car park. So bearing in mind, he had just told me to call him Jock and anything I need, come straight to him. I just said, good morning, Jock. And I got the biggest whack around the back of the head you've ever seen in your life. It was one of those moments when you learn very quickly that there was two sides. So I got a smash around the back of the head. I was called a soft southern, whatever you want to call me. And that's really how the relationship went from there. And it was a case of there was a north-south divide. Jock was obviously a larger than life character. Ian McFarlane, another big man I got on very well with, Eddie May, and it was a steep learning curve, Ian, but it's one that was, all joking apart, was completely out of I was saying comfort zone. That's not right. I'd never come across anything like it in my life before in terms of Jock and how he worked. And he worked in terms of ex-Marine, battering you verbally day in, day out. The last man standing was a man he'd pick. And that was just alien. And you leave yourselves exposed to being saying, well, you're soft and you couldn't deal with it. It was just a complete culture shift. You know, you got this man, this legend. I remember when the game was called off in Scotland, you know, it was called off for bad weather. We'd had another 10,000 on the gate at Filbert Street because they'd come down to support Jock Wallace. He changed the kit to the Rangers kit. You know, that's how passionate it was. Who for 1 second would think that 30, 40 years later, I'd be sitting in his office as manager of Rangers, but that was a really steep learning curve for me. And I'll be honest with you, for a boy who loves sport, absolutely loved football, he turned me not off the game, but turned me, just destroyed confidence. And I know I spoke to one or two other kids who were there at the same time, who in later life told me exactly the same, that his way was so alien, Ian. It was a really steep learning curve, and not one that I embraced, not one. And even then, as a young 16, 17, 18-year-old professional, I remember saying to myself, I would never work in that manner. Never would. And I kept to that right through my work in the city and coaching and managing, because I've always been a believer in treat people with respect and how you're spoken to, etc. And Jock was just a different breed. He was just a different breed completely, but take nothing away from the success he achieved with Rangers, and his legendary status will always be intact.